And welcome, and thank you for purchasing the Tumo International Solar Controller. This is a charge controller for 12, 24, and 48 volt batteries. It's rated at 30 amps and can take 20 to 160 volts in. I'm going to basically just show you some functions about it and also some heads up on some things. First thing to keep in mind is if you're charging a 48 volt battery, your solar input must exceed the battery voltage. So if your batteries are at 48 volts, you must have more than 48 volts solar coming in. Your solar range, or your PV range, is between 20 and 160 volts, but keep in mind that voltage must be greater than your battery voltage. Here we can see it's basically in a slight sleep mode, meaning that it's not drawing much power, but if we hit the M button, it'll wake up. Top left hand corner we have the battery voltage, we have the amps it's pulling, the solar voltage, and the wattage that it's driving into the battery itself or to the load. We have a picture of a solar panel. We can see a little arrow going into the battery. It's charging. It's in equalizing charge mode, and the power is going out to the load if we had one. We do not have a load on this other than the battery per se. A couple things to keep in mind when using this. When you hit the M button again, you hold it down. Come on. Yeah, we'll get into our system settings feature. And a system setting feature is set to auto, so it auto detect the battery when you get it. One of the things that you want to keep in mind is if you want to make a change, like hold down the down button and you will change the battery voltage. This is rated for, like I said, 12, 24, and 48 volts. And if we want to manually change this, let's go down to the 48 volts, and what you're going to do is once you've changed something you want with the arrows, okay, do not hit OK. OK, believe it or not, will bring you back to the main menu. What you want to do is hit the M button. Okay, the M button brings you to the next line. Let me show you that. If I keep pushing the M button, it's as if it's the down button. Do you see that? Keeps going around and around the menu. So every time I hit it, it just keeps going through the loop. When I get to an area that I want to change, okay, let's say like float charge, this is where I would use the up or down arrows. So here I'm changing the voltage from float charge from 55 to, let's say float charge is going to be 55 point, let's see here, well, let's make it the same, 55.4, okay? So it's 55.4. To make it save that, okay, you have to hit the M button and move your way down to the bottom. See this bottom here? To where it says enter. You see this little enter in this bottom right hand corner? Once you see that, that's where you're going to hit the OK button. Does that make sense? So here you're going to hit the OK. Now it's going to saving successful. If you don't do that, it will not save your changes. It's very important that you understand that. To get back again, hit the M button, hold it down, and it will get you to the menu. If you ever get lost and don't know your settings, refer to your battery's manufacturer for the settings, or like I said, you can just go back to auto mode and let it find out what your battery voltage is automatically. Does that make sense? Alright, I hope this was helpful in some regard, and if you get to anywhere in here without hitting enter, it will not save it. So if I go over here to recovery battery voltage 75, of course that would be bad for my battery bank, but if I hit OK, it didn't save it. You have to get to that bottom right hand corner. Another word of wisdom, please use the appropriate wire size and make sure that the blocks are tightened up appropriately, and use fuses appropriate for your solar input. If you have any questions, please let Tumo know. Hopefully this video was helpful, and my name is Stuart. Have a great day.